Who's the worst celebrity to get life advice from?
Oh, dude, how long do you have? I mean, we got a list going here. Probably OJ, but he's dead, so you don't want to do that anymore.
But
Harvey Weinstein.
Ironically, when OJ was still kicking, he did give a lot of advice out on Twitter.
He did. Hello, Twitter world.
It's all in Bourbon's fault.
Welcome to the Andy Meadows Show. Later in the show, we'll talk to Satan to hear his feedback on the show. We've also got a good roundtable coming up where we'll discuss the worst celebrities to take life advice from, a 7'9" college basketball player, TV characters whose deaths hit us the hardest, parents who don't do Santa, weird things that can kill you, and more. But first, your headlines. Donald Trump is considering sending out $2,000 tariff dividend checks to Americans. The president floated the idea on Truth Social, and economists were quick to point out that the numbers raised from tariffs so far wouldn't cover the cost of sending out the checks, while the rest of us were like, let's hear him out on this one. Not every idea is a bad idea. Need help remaining calm this Christmas? Experts are sharing tips on how to slow down and enjoy the holiday season this year, including focusing on meaningful connections rather than the rush of shopping and events, engaging in creative activities that promote personal reflection and joy, and considering the power of gratitude to enhance your holiday experience. If that doesn't work, just do what I do, drink and stay heavily medicated. 60 and stunning, 60-year-old actress Elizabeth Hurley leaves fans gasping as she shows off her age-defying figure in a tiny red bikini, proving once again that age is just a number, provided you have a lot of money and started off hot to begin with. Nobody just turns hot at 60. The real headline is Celebrity Remains Hot Despite Inching Closer to Death. Finders keepers doesn't apply in Australia, apparently. A teen from Australia's Gold Coast is being praised for returning $3,500 he found at a gas station without hesitation, which led to him being rewarded with a job and generous donations. When I was a teenager and we were on vacation in Florida at Disney World, I found a money clip with hundreds of dollars in it. Immediately, I called out, "Anybody lose a money clip?" And a guy in line a few feet in front of us said, "Yeah." So I said, "Describe it," which he did, and then I handed it to him. I don't think I've ever seen my dad so proud of me in my life. Although if I'd known the guy wasn't going to give me a reward, I'd have probably skimmed a hundy off the top first. Space forecasters, which is apparently a job that exists, say that severe solar storms could hit Earth and trigger auroras producing colorful northern lights and temporarily disrupting communications. My brother-in-law texted the wife and I last night to see if we could see the northern lights here in Texas. It's cute that he thinks we're up past 8 p.m. right now with 3 young kiddos who didn't get the memo about daylight savings time. If we are up, it's to walk the house like a zombie, trying our best not to scream, "Please, for the love of God, go back to bed." Yeah, we're getting our first freeze tonight.
Yeah, we got about a 9-10 inches of snow on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Remember me telling you about my feral chicken that hangs out outside? She is not happy.
Oh, she's roughing it. She's making it through it though, huh?
Yeah, I mean, she's just hanging out under. We got a deck that goes off the back of the house that's no snow, so that's her home now.
You got to build her a coop, man.
Dude, she doesn't lay any eggs. What do I care?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for her to freeze to death, then I got a sandwich.
Yeah. I'm hoping the freeze kills my yellow jacket infestation continues to get worse. I got 4 out in one day the other day.
Do you know where the nest is?
Yeah, it's way the frick up on top of the chimney. So they're coming in on the top of the chimney. Through the chimney. So their nest, like I can see them all flying up there. And you know me and heights, I don't really want to. I'd have to get on the roof and get on a ladder on the roof.
That's why you call a guy. There's guys that do that.
That's true.
My sister-in-law just moved into a new place and she had a hornet's nest inside the chimney. So they had to, I don't know, they had to spray inside the chimney or something to kill it off.
Well, the other thing you can do at my old house, I just started a fire in the chimney, in the fireplace, because we never use a fireplace. But if you start a fire in there, it'll smoke them out. It kills them.
Well, then why haven't you done that?
Because I just thought about it right now. I forgot that I'd done that before and it worked.
Or maybe it will at least discourage them. If they're not in the chimney and they're just on it, they're like,
Yeah.
leave a fire going for a day. And they're like, yeah, never mind.
I just know one's going to land on one of the kiddos. The cat sits up by the window, and one landed right next to her the other day, and she didn't care. I'm like, can't help a brother out? You can't kill a hornet there for me? No. Hey, if you want to weigh in on anything we talk about, head to andymeadowshow.com, and maybe we'll include your thoughts on an upcoming episode. So we had an angry commenter. A commenter took issue with our Halloween candy rankings.
Oh, come on.
It's always the most innocuous stuff. Like, we talk about some pretty polarizing things sometimes, and it's like, your take on Halloween candy.
Reese's are not the best.
Well, so he said, why don't we just turn it into National Chocolate Day? Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. Good idea, sir.
He was mad.
Maybe you're reading it wrong. Maybe he said,
chocolate.
we should just turn it into National Chocolate Day. You put the emphasis on it.
Well, he had a middle
You
finger
just
emoji,
assume
so
any
no.
comment you get is going to be negative.
That's true. I do tend to.
Look at this one. Really good show. Enjoyed it.
That's the problem with text and email and comments and everything is it's
Yeah,
so
you got no tone.
No way to tell the tone. But, so Britney Spears is back on Instagram with her lingerie pics and unsolicited life advice.
Yeah.
She likes handing out life advice.
Is she dancing with knives again? Because those were fun videos.
No knives recently. Who's the worst celebrity to get life advice from?
Oh, dude, how long do you have? I mean, we got a list going here. Probably OJ, but he's dead, so you don't want to do that anymore.
But
Harvey Weinstein.
Ironically, when OJ was still kicking, he did give a lot of advice out on Twitter.
He did. Hello, Twitter world. Yeah, you probably didn't want to be a follower there unless it was just for funsies. Andy Dick, Harvey Weinstein, Ezra Miller, Bill Cosby, Trump.
Cosby, another guy that gave out a lot of unsolicited advice. Remember, he was always telling comics not to curse. And
right.
P. Diddy would be another one. No problem, baby
Diddy.
oil can't solve. Yes. I don't believe that it's accurate.
I love that Cosby was the one that was like, you shouldn't be cussing on stage while he was doing terrible things in his personal life.
Yeah.
That's the hypocrisy. That was Norm's thing.
I loved it. I loved that came to light because Hannibal Buress wouldn't stop talking about it on stage.
Right? Like, it's weird how known it was. And then he's like, no, really, this is the thing. You should look into it.
I know. You got to give it to him for sticking with it because he talked about it for a long time and then it went viral. But he had talked about it for forever. And finally people were like, because he had the same thought, like, why is this? Why am I the only one talking about this? Amber Heard. Have you thought about pooping in his bed? That'll get his attention. Yeah, I guess it would get his attention, but
I could fix her.
There's a 7'9" college player, the tallest in the history of college basketball. What are some of the downsides of being 7'9"?
I mean, you can't get on an airplane for sure.
Oh yeah,
that would suck.
You definitely need the emergency aisle.
Dude, even an emergency, you're probably laying down. You probably need like a life flight metal alert thing to get you anywhere.
And they probably don't want you in the emergency aisle because they're being like, you're going to plug that thing. Yeah. There's no way you're getting out.
They won't let the guy who needs 2 seat belts in the emergency room aisle. They're not letting the 7'9" dude in there. Also, beds suck. You're probably pretty funky looking because you're laying, most super tall guys don't look normal. Like
Yeah.
it's like David Robinson is he looks exactly proportionate. You know, Shaq looks pretty proportionate, but some of these guys like look really they just get stretched.
Wemby looks like a shorter guy that got whoop.
Yeah.
Although he plays like a guy that's not 7'5", but yeah, impossible to buy pants. Have to sit in the back of movie theaters and concerts. Finding a lady that doesn't look really weird in pictures with you.
That and just everybody going, "How tall are you?"
Oh, that's gotta be the worst. I mean,
you're 6'5", 6'6", and you get it, right?
I'm 6'5", but no, like nowadays 6'5" is not that freaking tall. Like when I was first this height, I got it a lot, but now it feels like there's so many people around this height that it's not that abnormal. I did when I dated a girl that was 6'1", and she would wear heels, so we were both around the same height, and so everybody looked at us everywhere we went. But I'm not tall enough. Like when I walk in a room, nobody's like, "Oh my God!" But you're 7'9". You don't go anywhere, and everyone's not staring at you, going,
You
"Oh,
are
Lord."
like your height with a toddler or a 8-year-old standing on your shoulders, and that's the extra height of the dude above you.
Yeah, when I've hung out, there was a 7-foot guy in Kerrville that I hung out with a couple times, and it was really weird going anywhere with him because he's just obviously you're the center of attention, and everyone wants to talk to you and ask you crap.
I read a statistic, but it was online, so I mean, who knows if it's even remotely accurate. But it said that if you're over 7 foot tall, you have a 1 in 6 chance of being a professional basketball player.
Oh wow!
So like once you hit that height, it's guys that are 6'6", 6'7", it's 1 in a million. But once you're 7 foot tall,
I've definitely met some over 7 foot guys that weren't athletic at all, and it's got to be a letdown because everyone's like, "Who do you play for?" I'm actually terrible. I'm not good. I can't jump 3 inches to dunk it. Believe it or not,
I am an accountant, sir.
I'm just the world's tallest accountant. TV character death that hit you the hardest?
I mean, Glenn from The Walking Dead, probably.
Oh my
that
God.
guy. Yeah.
That was so brutal to watch.
I can't. I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Man, that was so rough. Yeah.
What?
That guy,
you have
man,
a TV character death that hit you hard?
Well, and that guy was such a good bad guy. I mean, he's got to be ranked up there with. I mean, he was so good at playing the bad dude. I can't even think of the character's name now. What was his name? I'll think of it later.
If only you had the Google.
I'll put it up on the. I'm sure.
I missed the time when you just had to sit around and argue about stuff, and you didn't know who was right. Now somebody's like, "Oh, bust out the phone, Google it up." Yeah, see,
that's what I hate because Jill and I used to have legit arguments. Now she just pulls it up and immediately proves me wrong using Google.
I know, but you could be so confident in your wrongness before that people would just accept it.
Yeah. Oh, there was a. Did you watch Last of Us?
No, I did not. Should I?
Spoiler alert. Then there's a death on there that will hit you so hard in season 2 that you'll think about not watching the show anymore.
I don't want that.
I won't tell you who it is because you need to watch. That's a really freaking good show.
What about
until this
movie
happens.
death? What about a movie death that got you?
I don't know.
I could tell you mine. I Am Legend. I Am
dog.
Legend. The dog. The dog, dude.
Yeah. Isn't
And
it
the
so
whole time
crazy?
he's calling it Sam. And everybody's dead. He's murdering things left and right. You don't care about
thousands of
any
people
of that.
dying, but one dog dies and we all start just bawling.
Right?
God, that was the worst.
Rip your heart out.
Because that dog was so cool.
The dog was
Plus,
awesome.
it's one of only 2 characters that like the whole movie's
Right.
focused on him and this dog, and then the dog bites it, and it's like, oh, that's so rough. That's what have you ever watched Marley and Me? Is that the name of it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not good. You can't. Yeah. I like when they have movies that have a dog main character in like all the press releases and everything. They're like, the dog lives, the dog doesn't die. Like,
Yeah,
okay, we can go see it.
It makes me reluctant. Like Joe wanted to watch War Horse, and I'm like, it's a war. There's no way that horse isn't dying. I don't want to watch that. But it's so weird that there's some animals that hit us harder. Horses, dogs for sure. That's the one that you can't. Ooh. Now I'm sad. Why'd you have to bring
kill
that
all
up?
the people on the movie. I don't care about that.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on parents who don't do Santa?
I mean, that's kind of, if it's for religious reasons, I gotcha. But if it's just to be a jerk about it,
I don't think anybody is like, I just don't want them to feel joy. That's
no.
why we're doing it.
I think there's some parents out there that are like, I want credit for these gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, some magical man shows up and gives you all the toys you want. BS,
Yeah.
This is from daddy.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I get it on the because of the Jesus argument in some sense, but I'd still disagree with it. I still think you can do it, and then just as they get older, you explain it to them. But yeah, don't take the. I always felt bad in school, like there was a Jehovah's Witness, and so even when we were doing all this stuff at school, she would have to just sit that out. I was like,
Right.
man, that's got to be the worst because they don't get Christmas or birthdays or any of that.
Yeah, I think the basis of that is that every day is special. Is that kind of the way it goes?
Yeah. Well, do I get a present every day then?
Yeah.
'Cause if it's so special, why am I not getting a present every freaking day? Yeah. I remember I was the first to find out Santa to break the news of Santa, and Rob got real pissed.
Yeah, he did because you ruined it. You just shut your mouth.
He's like, you
You
think I don't
broke
know?
the news?
You think I don't know? I've
3
known
years
for
older than
years,
you.
man. Do you know any weird things that can kill you?
Oh man, I'm sure, but putting me on the spot, weird things that could kill you.
I found out
You got
about one
something?
I found out about one the other
Okay.
day. They say that popping a pimple in this triangle can kill you. You think that's
Uh-oh.
real?
I mean, probably. Like if it goes the other way and gets infected inside your,
Like it shoots.
you're going to pop it instead of out, it goes in. Yeah, that maybe something like that. I know
Yeah.
drinking too much water too quickly can kill you, which is a weird one.
Yeah, remember there was a radio station that found that out the hard way with the don't hold. They did a hold a wee for your wee.
Hold your wee for wee thing. But I read about some lady who was just like out on the lake having a nice summer day and got a little dehydrated. So she was trying to rehydrate and she was drinking bottled water and she just drank too many and was like, oh, I feel loopy, and died that night
Yeah.
just from
Man,
drinking water.
There's a lot of lake-related things that you don't know about until when we had a boat, then you start figuring them out because everybody tells you. Like sitting back next to the motor, people will die from carbon monoxide from sitting too close to the motor for too long.
Jeez. Yeah, carbon monoxide is a scary one because it's just silent killer.
Yeah.
People just think they have ghosts in their house and things are turning themselves off, and all of a sudden you realize your carbon monoxide alarm's battery is dead.
We've had no ghost incidents in the past week.
Yeah? Have you opened a window?
We invited a priest over.
Yeah.
No, although every little thing that happens, you're like, ghost related? Is that the ghost? They're like, no, I just forgot something. So, Mom Donnie won the mayoral election in New York. Big news, of course, by making some really big promises. What's the one non-traditional thing you would campaign on if you ran for office? Changing. So obviously not like healthcare or anything, taxes. Non-traditional thing.
Non-traditional thing like free parking everywhere.
Free parking everywhere would be cool.
Yeah. No more tolls. Screw all you people.
Parking like back in the day, it was like you'd have to pay $5 to park. I get it. Now it's like there's a lot of places where it's $20 or more.
Yeah. Yeah, for 30 minutes. Doesn't matter how long you're there. Just getting in, like, might as well leave my car there for a long time.
Well, and it really stresses you out when you do the 30-minute parking, and then you're in the middle of stuff, and you got to run out and feed it again. When I worked in downtown Fort Worth, we would all like get parking tickets nonstop because our parking lot was like you had to huff it to get from our parking lot down to our building. Couldn't park anywhere near it, or you'd have to pay. And so all of us ran up enormous bills with these parking tickets because, of course, you don't pay them right away like you should, because it goes from $17 to $35 for each individual one. And so one guy, I had enough that when I got booted, because they put a boot on your car, I couldn't at the time.
When I got booted. Like this, yeah.
I had enough that I had set limits on my ATM. You know, you can set it where you can't take out more than 300.
Right.
So that way, if you're in Vegas and you're a little drunk, you don't gamble away your entire checking account. So I had it set. I know I had it. Mine was enough that because you got to pay it in cash immediately to get the boot out. Oh. So I couldn't ATM out the money. I think I had to go into the bank or something to get the money. But one guy had like $900 worth. So he was so nervous that he was going to get booted at any point. And eventually one day, talk about ruin your day. Yeah. Find out you got to drop $900 to. So I'm with you on the parking. Do they put a big sticker on your window to go, hey, dude, there's a boot on your car? Because you could easily just get in and drive and go, you get a big orange sticker that you see like the second you're a block or two away, and you're like, no. Yeah, it's the worst feeling. Because it's also like time consuming. Yeah. I got a parking ticket downtown here that was like, because the meters are free after 6 o'clock. And we parked at 5:45 to go to dinner. And Stacy was like, should we put some coins in the meter? I'm like, nah, it's 15 minutes. Sure is. Just, there we go. Get out of dinner, and there's a parking ticket. Like, really, man? Yeah. I rented a loft in downtown Fort Worth for a while. And if you, so you had to park in a parking garage and come over. So with groceries or anything you were loading in, it was a trek. Yeah. And so a lot of times you would just illegally park right in front and run it up real quick and just hope for the best. But if you got caught, it was $150 every single time. Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, see? Free parking. That's a good one. Everybody can get on board with free parking. I would say no more remaking classic movies. One and done. Oh. If it's over a certain level on Rotten Tomatoes, you can't redo it. 1 year in jail for grunting too loudly at the gym would be another part of my platform. And I'd bring dress codes back. I think we've all slouched way too much. You're anti this, but you're not getting my vote. I'm not getting your vote. Yeah. But I don't believe grown men should wear flip-flops in public. I'm sorry. I want to go back to okay? Crocs are definitely outlawed everywhere. No Crocs. We all have gotten too casual. When people go out on dates, and they don't dress up at all. You know what I mean? Be comfortable. That's a good thing. I don't like it when I'm singing on stage. I'm in a 3-piece suit, whole band's dressed up, guy out there wearing flip-flops. You're out, sir. I don't care what you paid for your ticket. He paid for a ticket. I think he's one of 12 people in the audience. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We're going to charge you double. Andy has a flip-flop rule. That could be valid. You'd be like, all right, you can wear whatever you want, but you pay the fee. You got a tax. I don't know how successful this platform. How about if you're driving slow in the left lane, you lose your driver's license? 100%. Yeah. You would Mine win are all in a car landslide. Related, I guess. You would win in a landslide if that was your only platform. Like, remember the guy in New York that just the rent's too damn high was his only thing? He had no other positions. Right. Yours is just left lane too slow. We deport take your driver's license away. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not deport. That's too hot button of a topic, but definitely take
I
your
mean,
license away.
yeah, send them to England where they drive on the right, and then they'll be fine.
Have you ever driven in Mexico?
Yeah, it's not. There's very few actual rules, I think.
And they don't. I don't think they have car insurance down there, because that's one thing they used to always tell us when we would cross. They would say, if you drive your car down there, just know if you get in a wreck, it's just kind of like it's on you. You know, there's no exchanging insurance, and you just have to pay out of pocket.
That's why we would park and walk across, because you don't want to actually take your car there. But it was like last year, I guess, we were down there for something, and we went on a tour where they were like, oh, it's an adventure. You're going to go off-roading in a Jeep down to a winery. And so they just gave us these Wranglers that were, I mean, barely running. Every light was on. The guy's like, okay, yeah, you'll be fine. And just follow us. And it's like, okay. So we're driving, and there's another couple in the car with us. And yeah, it was not. And then they take you to the winery and give you a bunch of wine. Like, okay, drive back now.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were in where were we? The Cayman Islands, I think, where they drive on the opposite side.
Yeah.
That really takes a while. That takes a long time to get used to wrap your mind around that. They had a lot of roundabouts, and
you would
that's really
think,
hard.
but it like you're following other people most of the time, so it's not that hard. We rented a car in Ireland, and I'm a frugal person. So Stacy was like, okay, so the rental car company will give you an automatic, but it's twice as much. I'm like, no way, I could drive a stick. That's fine. But I forgot you're sitting on the other side of the car. So you're shifting with your left hand.
With your left hand. That's the worst part.
The pattern is the same. So first is still all the way over and to the left.
Yeah, but I would have a real tough I'm useless with my left hand. I can't do anything with that thing. There's
and
no
the
way I
pedals
could
are all
shift
the
in
same.
that.
But yeah, that's why it is. They're like, oh, American Tourist, you can have an automatic, but it's twice as much. Because they all drive sticks over there.
That's why they know they can get you, because you're going to be willing to.
Well, yeah, because you're also like, I'm
mess with
already driving on the wrong side of the road, so better get one that's easy.
Y'all got any trips coming up?
We're going to Vegas to see the Zac Brown Band in the Sphere in December.
Ooh, cool. Have you seen? Have you been to the Sphere yet?
I've never been to the Sphere. This will be like the third time we're watching Zac Brown Band, though.
Yeah. Every time I go to Vegas, I try to line it up, and I just haven't been able to get over there. But it looks
from the
insane.
videos it looks crazy. So should be fun.
And everybody I know that's been, I know some folks that went to the U2 thing when they were doing that there, and they said it was incredible, despite being U2. No, I'm kidding.
You two should never have done the "we're just giving you our album for free" thing. That got him so much hate.
Everyone got so pissed about forcing music on me. Are you kidding me?
How dare you? I did not ask for this.
You give me free music to my device without me doing anything. Yeah, it rubbed me the wrong way too. I don't know why.
Well, and I didn't have anything in, like, for the longest time I was using other music apps, so that was the only thing in the music app. So when you plug in your phone, it would just start playing. You're like,
every
Jesus,
time.
you do.
They probably thought that was a brilliant move, because they're like,
I'm sure
we're going to get credit for X amount of spent, and it did backfire for sure. Because I hear people complain about that still. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago or something.
They are a good band live, though. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard Bono sing in so long. It's like, every time you see Bono, he's doing something besides singing. He's talking about, environmental
Hey, man, he's
issues
saving the
or whatever.
world. Cut him some slack. He's using his platform to, I don't know what his causes are, but I'm sure they're important. No, I think he's big on the helping out with AIDS, because he teamed up with George Bush to help out with I don't know what they do with it, but something.
Yeah, but screw him, because he put an album on my phone. I don't care what good you did in the world.
Coming up, our Rex and Rants, but first, we have a standing rule on this show that if we mention anyone on the show by name and they want to come on the show and respond, they have free reign to do so. That applies to everybody. Last week, when Chris and I were discussing lucid dreams, I talked about how the goal is to manifest a mirror and then look into it to see how you truly view yourself. It's very insightful. He joked that he might see a beautiful woman, and I said, what if you looked at it and you were like, oh, man, I'm Satan. So long story short, Satan sent me a DM on Twitter asking me if he could come on the show and respond. And, of course, I said yes. The Prince of Darkness is on the line now. Satan, what's your issue with my flippant comment?
First off, Andy, lucid dreams are a sign you're losing it. And secondly, the reason you're seeing me is called foreshadowing.
Is he trying to say I'm going to hell? Not cool, man. I'm saved, I sing in church at least half the time they ask, and I tithe 10% of the income I claim to the IRS. So I'm good. You got any Rex or Rants?
The only new thing we were watching this week was The Great British Bake Off, which is always entertaining. I love it.
What is it with y'all and all the cooking shows?
Well, this is a weird one. My wife loves to watch the cooking shows. She doesn't cook. She never has.
I know. I was
she
going to say, she
very
never
rarely
cooks.
cooks. And I'm like, hey, why are you always watching the cooking shows? You're terrible at cooking. You don't like to cook. You're watching the cooking shows. And she's like, well, you watch porn. Ouch.
How is that the same? Because you don't act in porn?
Because
Because
you're bad
you don't
at
have
it.
sex as much.
Because you're bad at it.
Well, my wife watches nothing but murder things.
She's probably just
and
putting
she's
together
never
a
murdered
list for
anyone.
ways to get away with it. She's like, someday
Yeah,
I'm going to have to
definitely.
kill Andy. So I need to know all the ways people get caught.
Although she stopped, once we had kids, she used to exclusively watch the Dateline, the ID, all the murder shows.
Yeah.
But once we had kids, now she doesn't like them as much. I don't know.
Well, I guess that
Softened her
kind
up,
of
maybe.
tracks. Maybe she really got into Miss Rachel, and that's better for her.
My tastes haven't changed at all.
Oh, imagine that.
Sometimes I
Hasn't
forget we
affected
even
me
have
one
kids.
bit. What is that noise?
She'll leave,
Oh, it's a baby
and I'm
cry.
like, what? Yeah, what is that noise? Oh yeah, crap. Last week's Game of Games answer from the category What Year Is It was B. Somali pirates took Captain Richard Phillips hostage. The WHO declared swine flu a global pandemic, and Glee debuted on TV, all in 2009. That exact question will be in one of our upcoming Game of Games live on social, YouTube, and on-site coming soon. Winners take home $250 and a spot in the semifinals to win more money and a trip to Vegas for the finals. Sign up now at AndyMeadowsShow.com. Here's today's question from the category Name That Movie. Which movie contains this line? Have a good mind to go to the warden about this. You know what hurts the most is the lack of respect. That's what hurts the most, except for the other thing. A, Billy Madison, B, Step Brothers, or C, Dirty Work. I know my acting's terrible. Answer now at AndyMeadowsShow.com. That's it for today's show. We'll be back next week with a new episode of The Andy Meadows Show, now available on your favorite podcast platforms as well.